is Dale, and I am here today for my full review of the Cascade Tank. And I will say that this one's mine, and I had a great time with this tank. This tank is really, really cool. So we're just gonna get to it. Let's go down and talk about it, and we'll come back up and talk about it a little more. All right, so this is the box that the Cascade Tank comes in. It is like a jewel box. All the information, like all the other ones, and you take it off. And this is the Cascade Tank from Vaporesso. I think every time I say that I have to say it twice. This is the tank. I did use this one as well, so please don't mind all of these little dots and stuff. But this is the tank, and this is everything that you get inside. These two guys I'm gonna set off to the side for a second because I want to talk about them just a little more. But you get the tank, these two coil things that we'll talk about, a bag of extra O-rings, and an extra piece of glass as well. Alright, so let's just get into it because this is an awesome, awesome tank. So, the Cascade Tank is pretty cool. It's a 7mm tank, and I believe it is 24 millimeters by 28 in height. And it is a top fill tank. There it goes. There's your top fill tank. And it opens like any of the smoke tanks, pretty much like any top fill tank. This is a little reservoir, however, it is 7 mils. So the juice that you see in here is not all of the juice that you have in this tank. It actually goes all the way down to the base, of course, or else it wouldn't touch the coil. Here is your airflow here on the sides, and it is very easy airflow. There it goes. It's very easy, very smooth. The base comes off like so. Please don't yell at me for my little juice droplets because I did use this tank. And then the coils are a push and pull system like this, and you just push them back in. So you can change the coils with this tank while there's juice in the tank, which I think is awesome. One thing that I noticed about it is that the threads on the base to the actual tank portion are kind of rough. I feel like they could have done a better job at making it just a little smoother. But that's, whenever I started using mine, they were really rough at the bottom. But now that I've used it for almost 2-3 weeks, they are not rough anymore. So that will wear out over time. I did sit there with it one day and just kind of ran it like this to kind of get all of that to kind of go away. We have been selling these on vapewild.com for a little while, and we did have a couple customers ask. This top cap, you do fill it from here, which is a plus. However, it is cross-threaded. It is cross-threaded, and it comes off like this. But that's for cleaning. But as you can tell, it still opens, see, for cleaning, so I could go in here and clean all of this. But it is a top fill tank. This piece does come off, and it is for cleaning. So if you accidentally try to open or close that top fill system and this piece does start to unscrew, don't freak out because it is there for cleaning. And I probably should have cleaned it before I started doing this video. Don't judge me. But my favorite part about this tank is not just the massive juice reservoir, but it's this coil. And it's this coil in particular. This is the 0.15 ohm coil. And I absolutely love it. This kit also comes with this coil as well. And it is a 0.4 ohm coil. This coil I absolutely love, and it is the 0.15 ohm. I enjoyed this coil thoroughly. I got great vapor production and flavor off of it. However, this 0.4 ohm coil, this wonky one, I didn't care for it so much, but that's my personal preference. The 0.4 ohm coil goes from 40 to 80 watts, and the 1.5 ohm coil is 80 to 200 watts. That might be why I enjoyed this one better, because I could run it at 100, 120 watts, and it was solid. It was fantastic. Something else that this comes with is this guy. And this is called a GT adapter. This is so you can use the NRG coils or the TF-V8 baby coils with this tank as well. So you would just unscrew this, put the coil in, and screw it back together. And then this piece, once it has either the TF-V8 baby coil or the NRG coil in it, it just pushes in right here. So I think that that is really cool that they give you all three of these coil options. I mean, I really, really enjoyed this tank. And I didn't think I would, but I did. I also have a thing for the push-pull system. I don't think I care for it too much, but it works great with this tank. I had no problems with it on this tank in particular. One thing that did happen that people were talking to me about on the Facebook group was they were pulling the coils out, and this whole bottom piece here was coming with it. I have a feeling that that's happening because they are pulling below this red O-ring. You want to make sure you pull above that red O-ring, or else you're just going to pull out all the inside of the coil, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything about this tank. So let's come back up and talk about it just a little bit more. Alright guys, so like I said, I have been using this tank for almost 2 weeks now, and I love it. There are also a couple people around the office who have been using it that love it. I actually traded my Fire Luke in for this one within the past week because I liked it so much. I wish, though, that I could use my Fire Luke or the Fire Lock coils in this tank instead of using this to use like the TF-V8 baby coils, because I have a love-hate relationship with them. I think that they are mass-produced and not that great of a quality in my opinion. But that is my opinion. And I did like that 0.15 ohm coil that the Vaporesso comes with, and that's the one I'm using now. And it has lasted me a long time. And I'm also able to switch juices in my tank and it not have a lingering taste in my coil for too long. Unlike a couple of other coils that I've tried, it takes forever to get that old flavor out. For some reason, the Cascade coils aren't like that, which I think is a plus. I also like that the reservoir on top is small, but the tank itself is huge. I like that because, like right now, I don't know if y'all can see, but it's empty. But I know that there's still juice down here. But in my mind, I want to go ahead and put more juice in there. So that means that my coil will never get dry, unless you completely run the tank dry, of course. But yeah, I really enjoyed this tank. I do want to point out on this camera real fast. We have a couple of different colors. I believe we have a stainless, a black, and a rainbow, and a blue. I think I saw a blue one in there. The rainbow one comes with this really pretty drip tip. However, all of the other colors come with just that black drip tip, as you can see here. And I like the pretty ones. And from what I've read is they're actually gonna come out with more drip tips for this tank, but it's not a proprietary size or anything like that. I believe it's just a standard 510 drip tip, so you can actually put your own drip tip on there if you would like. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this tank. I was happy that I was able to have one and use it for as long as I have, and I'm happy we're able to offer it for you as well. I would recommend this tank, and you should go get one at vapewild.com. And I will see you guys later. Bye guys.